Alright guys, in this video I'm going to show you the best trading indicator that you've never heard of. Okay, and I can promise you, no, I can guarantee you that by the time you're done watching this video on the best trading indicators, alright, you will never ever be able to look at a chart the same way again. Alright, so let's get into it. First piece of business, my name is Mark at DynoTrading. Thank you for watching this video, and what you're seeing on the screen right now is the best trading indicator. All right, so guys, this is a volume-based indicator that does a world-class job, just an excellent job at identifying the starting point of market trends. Okay, what I realized many years ago is that in order to find success at day trading or even swing trading, you need to get the direction right. You know what I'm saying? In fact, I would even say that alone is probably the number one thing that most traders struggle with, is knowing if you should be buying the market or if you should be selling the market. And what I've done with this trading indicator is incorporate volume that measures the pressure. Okay, what does that mean? Well, folks, there's only two types of pressure in any market, any symbol, any chart. Okay, you know that. Forex, future, stocks, there's only two directions that the market can go. It can either go up or it can go down. Now, what I have labeled that on the back end of this indicator is selling pressure and buying pressure. Okay, what this trading indicator is doing is it's actually measuring what's happening on the bid and the ask. Makes sense? And guys, for those of you that are existing customers of mine, you need to pay attention to this video. In fact, even if you're not a customer, and if you're just a long-time subscriber, or even if you're new to trading, stay tuned, because what I'm going to show you in a few moments here is how to jump over to a smaller time frame and look for substantially lower risk trades with massive rewards. But again, if you're brand new to trading, or if you've been searching for the best trading indicator out there, let me just finish educating you how the signals look like and what does an entry or a trade look like. So do you see these two yellow boxes here? All right. These boxes are the exact moment in time that this volume indicator nailed the pressure changing. Makes sense? So when this color-coded band turns red, you can see this color-coded band turning red right over here, and it stays red for a few bars. This bar right here is the exact moment in time that the pressure changed from the buyers being in control to the sellers being in control. Does that make sense, folks? I hope it does. All right, and on the flip side, right over here, this second setup from today, this bar right here is the exact moment in time that, once again, you guessed it, there was a pressure change. Up until this point, the volume band was red. What does that mean? It means that the sellers were in control. And then boom, right over here on this bar, the buyers are now in control at this exact moment in time on this bar's close. Folks, does this make sense? Tell me if it doesn't. All right, I hope it does. I can't imagine this is terribly confusing or complicated. And by the way, speaking of confusing and complicated, look at this chart right here. From the exact same day, the exact same session, the exact same symbol. All right, this is why traders fail. Okay, it's because they're using garbage candlestick charts, X number of free trading indicators, you know, stochastics, momentum, RSI, Bollinger Bands. It's all useless. We've all been there. We've all tried 50 million trading indicators out there, and they all look like this, right? Now, if you contrast this chart over here to this chart over here, I mean, I don't know. Which chart do you think looks better, right? According to you, which has the better trading indicators on top of it? You understand? So look, guys, one of the reasons that I really like this indicator and why I personally think that volume is the best trading indicator out there is that you don't get a lot of signals every day, right? You get maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3, right? So the signals are minimal. There's only, a couple of signals a day, but when they do show up, boy, do you need to pay attention, because this is what happens if you're fortunate enough to nail the starting point of a trend. All right. Now look, I'm going to do you one better. Okay. I'm going to show you an even better way to use this incredibly awesome best trading indicator on the planet, aka volume. I'm going to show you how to flip over to a smaller time frame chart and measure the data against the higher time frame chart. So let me walk you through this, all right? And I can promise you guys, you're going to be floored when I explain the strategy for you. And by the way, guys, this is a chart of the NASDAQ 100, aka the NAS 100. For Forex, this is your symbol is NAS 100. For futures, your symbol is NQ. And of course, for stocks, your symbol is QQQ. The NAS 100 is probably one of the best symbols I've ever seen. This thing is explosive. You can capture 800, 900, sometimes even 1,000 pips or ticks on a daily basis, right? What other symbol do you know that even offers half of that potential, right? That's why I love the NAS 100. Any of you guys out there that are deploying a NAS 100 trading strategy, get in touch. I'd love to show you how this thing looks on the NAS 100. But anyway, what you can see here on the chart is the volume band turned green at exactly 8:47 a.m. right? So if you were just playing this on the higher time frame or the primary chart, nothing wrong with that. You can have at it, okay? Whenever the volume band shifts, and on this exact bar, when this exact bar closes, you could potentially think about going long on the open of the next bar and placing a stop on the most recent bar to the left. But if you want a much lower risk approach with a massive potential reward, I'm going to show you how to do that too. So let's jump over the smaller time frame chart. I have drawn a timestamp line in yellow here at 8:47. Why did I do that? Well, if I jump back to the higher time frame chart, the volume turned green at 8:47, right? So that is the time that I want to be aware of on the smaller time frame chart. So in other words, everything to the right of this yellow stripe here means that we only want to be looking for longs. You understand what I'm saying? In other words, this section over here where the volume band turned red, you see that? What we're going to do now, we're going to ignore that. Does this make sense, folks? This is called smaller time frame versus higher time frame. It's an incredibly powerful, profitable, and accurate way to look for low risk setups on a smaller time frame chart while participating in significantly larger, monster, huge moves from a higher time frame chart, right? So it's 8:47 a.m., right? The volume turned green on the higher time frame chart, and you're just going to be sitting around waiting for the next green, which, lo and behold, happens right over here. In fact, you know what? Let's go ahead and zoom in here so I can really show you guys what this incredible approach to trading looks like. All right. So we were sitting around waiting for just about an hour or so, right? So that wasn't too bad. You can see here the original signal from the higher time frame chart showed up at 8:47. And if you look at the x-axis here, we had to kind of twiddle our thumbs here for just about an hour, because on the smaller time frame chart, it now showed up and turned green at 9:47. So just about 1 hour later, okay? Now watch this. This right here, folks, is the signal bar. Okay, you have to wait for this bar to close in order to get confirmation that yes, the volume did turn green. Why is that important? Because now the volume is green. This volume trading indicator is green on the smaller time frame chart, and it's green on the larger time frame chart. Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, this is called confluence in your trading. And look, you can even drill down further on you could have another smaller time frame chart, right? There is no limit to how many levels you can dig down. I like to just dig down to one level. Anything more than that, I think I drive myself nuts. But I have a lot of customers who are digging down into 2 levels, 3 levels, 5 levels. I mean, it's amazing what some of those charts can look like. But for now, this right here happens to be the signal bar on the smaller time frame chart. Once this bar closes, guys, we now look to open a potential long trade on this bar right here, but we're not done. Okay, you always have to use a protective stop loss. And what I like about this technique and this strategy, or the way to use this trading indicator, is you don't have to risk too much, right? This white line here, all right, this is the stop loss line. You could potentially think about placing it a couple of pips or a couple of ticks below the low of the signal bar. Makes sense? So the entry happens on the bar to the right of the signal bar, and the stop loss, the protective stop loss, gets placed a couple of pips or a couple of ticks below that signal bar's low. Makes sense? Now, if I press the F button here to fit this back to scale, and we squish this in here, and I show you how this trade played out. My goodness. Right? Guys, this was a potential $8,000 trade. Just think about that on a couple of contracts, right? Really think about that. And guys, another reason why I personally think this is the best trading indicator on the planet is it keeps you in the entire length of the move. Makes sense? Raise your hand or post a comment in the chat below if you've ever gotten out of a trade too early, only to watch that trade continue to rip in the direction you thought it was going to go all along, right? We've all been there. In fact, it's happened to me many times, but not anymore. Okay? One of the most attractive qualities of using this best trading indicator, aka volume, is that it will just continue to stay the same color for the entire duration of the trend, allowing you to squeeze every single dollar as the market trends in your favor, right? And that's one of the things a lot of new traders need to understand and learn. You don't make money within 5 seconds of opening up a trade, right? As you can see, this took place at around 9:45, 9:50-ish. We had to give this room to run for about 3 hours or so, right? But guys, the beauty about this trading indicator, and again, why I think you are going to absolutely fall in love with this best trading indicator, and how I think it's going to make a dramatic impact into your own personal trading strategy, all right, is we never risk more than one bar. As you can see right here, our stop loss goes right here. We're risking no more than one bar while capturing 30, 40, 50, sometimes even 100 bars. Makes sense? And you can implement this strategy on the smaller time frame chart. You can pop it onto the primary larger time frame chart, whatever's convenient to you, whatever you feel is more suited to your personal style of trading, right? But either way you slice it, guys, this is probably the best trading indicator that I've ever seen. I've made a lot of proprietary changes on the back end to really power up and level up the accuracy. And look, man, I think you're absolutely going to love it. Guys, that'll do it for this video. If you'd like to get your hands on this powerful volume indicator, then get in touch, call, text, email, whatever's convenient, and I'd be happy to hook you up with a free one-on-one demo, really show you how this volume indicator is going to supercharge your trading. Guys, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next trade.